He's here, sir. Winston, sir, you wanted to see him.
Sergeant, the cats are back!
Sir?
Get rid of the cats!
Sir? Yes, sir.
Cats are so notorious, don't you think?
Mr. Chambers?
I'm more of a dog man myself. Are you a cat or a dog man then, Winston? Good. I like a man that has no strong opinions. You have to shoot them when the wind changes.
Am I in some kind of trouble, Mr. Chambers?
Ask not for whom the bell doth toll.
I'm very busy, Mr. Chambers.
Well, you would be now. Some of the PM's closest advisors have got the job, so to speak. But that was a while back, wasn't it? Little men sending silly little emails out on their PCs. Expenses cut by the deck house. Then you had your moment in the sun with swine fever.
Swine flu, Mr. Chambers.
Or whatever.
We thought the threat of a flu pandemic was real.
So why then stop the containments?
Keeping people in their houses. It's not Big Brother.
We gave the world the credit crunch. And nature has the trump card up its sleeve for the media. And boy, did you play it, Winston? Eh? Gee, a Virginian farmer can't pay back his mortgage. So let's blame the poor bastard for the recession. Conveniently forgetting the fact that the West has spent over 100 billion on bombing the shite out of a third world country. You know how long it took to create the credit crunch?
I'm sorry?
Just tell me, how did a little shit like you manage to crawl so far up the arse of number 10?
Sir, I have the greatest respect for this ministry. I would like you to extend that same respect to me. Didn't I send the journalists packing when they came sniffing? Torturing British nationals. What were you thinking down here? You were lucky they didn't start a bloody witch hunt.
Well, my colleagues did get a bit carried away. Waterboarding, eh? What a mess that was. I never really knew about it until I saw it in Sky News.
That's so wrong, Mr. Chambers.
I was told to get the information, Winston. Anyway, do you know why we created the current recession?
You did.
We did. To make money.
But billions were lost in shares.
That's all in the computer. Do we pay any less for gold, or diamonds, or dollars than we did a year ago? Okay, unemployment is up because we now count the ever-increasing immigrant population. Romanians being the latest, the battle fodder, as we like to call it here at the ministry.
You mean, if they want to have residency here, they'll have to serve in our armed forces?
Don't be ridiculous, man. We never let our enemies fashion our swords. You should know that, Winston. We're more on the human shield attack.
Let in citizens of countries that have the bomb, and they'll be less likely to attack their own countrymen. Simply doesn't work. Look at 7/7.
Well, we certainly cocked up there.
You couldn't stop them.
Couldn't recruit more of them. Why? You don't believe for 1 minute that 5 dropouts in their teens from a village in Yorkshire with no education in molecular chemistry could dream up a scheme like that, did you?
Maybe you couldn't recruit more of them because they're just not as evil as you. Maybe they just wanted to save the world the only way they knew how.
And what do you think mankind needs?
A simple life. We herd the goats eat the grass, we eat the goats. What more can mankind ask?
Control of all the elements. Freedom from the straitjacket of morality. To choose to live in a godless universe. The problem we have, Winston, is that we both know God exists. It's trying to prove that he doesn't. That's the difficult part.
Why did you call me down here?
It was time to meet the man behind the PM.
I'm only one of many.
The one that sticks in my claw. Dossier. Nibiru or Planet X, for eyes only. Your work of fiction, I believe.
Yes, I wrote it.
Quote. The southern British base in the Antarctic has picked up a new planet, which is believed to be returning into our solar system, passing very near to the Earth's orbit, which could have catastrophic consequences for life on a global scale. We would recommend action to be taken. Then goes on for the next few pages with photographs and figures, and then says, this will take place at the end of 2012. Looks almost believable.
Almost.
There is no Planet X, is there?
No.
No.
But we are heading for a global catastrophe. Pollution, poor use of resources, energy crises. Our aim was to use swine flu fears to start people working together again. Then when it turned out to be just a form of common flu, we lost the momentum. So we toyed with the plan to make a threat so big government would have to do something.
Thus, the Nibiru Dossier.
What do you think?
Makes me feel nauseous. There was a Catholic pope once, I forget who. There has been so many of them over the years, but this one had promise. His papal army raided a small town in northeastern Spain, looking for, shall we say, citizens that did not believe in the same thing as God's messenger on earth. About 200 of the town's 2,000 inhabitants. Well, the army was so shocked to find that they couldn't tell the non-believers from the ones who were true to faith. The general sent a message to the Pope in Rome saying as much. Please advise, the message came back, kill them all and let God have judgment of their souls in heaven. A few weeks after the massacre, a travelling monk wrote, the place is now the infest of cats.
A lot of fat cats, then.
And after a month after that, the rats finished off what was left, and the plague followed.
Sir,
What is it?
shall he feed the horses now?
Oh, yes, okay. I'll be out there to watch as soon as I'm finished with Winston here.
You keep horses here at the ministry?
Yes, 4 of them. There was a memo sent down. Could we use bicycles? Not as romantic.
The story about the Spanish town. Would you have let swine flu run its course unchecked? All those people dying?
It's just a story. Just a tale. Make of it what you will. But if you were to go ahead with the Nibiru plan, what sort of constrictions would you be building? Constructions. If this depends on your answer. If we were to back you, what kind of buildings would you build?
There is no planet heading our way.
How about a comet then, say?
We would need underground cities.
Underground sounds good to me.
We would have to draft people into a construction force to work together to build a new underground world. A non-military defence peace corps type of thing.
No, I would go for the full army. Better to discipline. Starting with all those Romanians. The city's littered with Romanian construction workers.
Maybe. We'd have to collect all the plant and animal species we could.
Only if it's cost effective.
No, we need to do this. We need 100% or not at all. 2004. The president of Malagua told his people that seismologists had predicted earthquakes in the next 10 to 15 years. They start a building program, new buildings, everyone working. The economy has now risen year on year. Just look at the figures.
This rebuilding, then, your building, what kind of protection will it give against a nuclear bomb, say?
Well, research suggests 900 metres per first 2 megatons and 350 metres subsequently. We'll be building 57 cities 3 kilometres down.
So you're serious? You're going to do this?
Maybe.
Good.
You're willing to back the project?
We are.
I'm doing this to help the British economy. Why would you or this ministry even be interested in a project?
We want to invade Switzerland.
You said that without blinking once.
I mean it.
How the hell do you want to invade Switzerland?
Not been invaded in some time, and they have lots of gold.
Gold?
Yes, Nazi gold. Before your plan, we had one problem. When we build the bunkers, our enemies may think we're digging in for war, which of course we are.
No, this will never happen.
We'll both make it happen, Winston.
You must be joking. Count me out.
Did I say how we make money in a recession? We pick stock on its way down in price. We say to Mr. Buyer, we'll sell you this stock at 50 pence a share when it's at 80 pence, say. He says he wants to buy it at that price. Then we push the stock down to 20 pence and buy it at that price and sell it at 50 pence to the Mr. Buyer. And then we make a tidy sum of 30 pence a share, which we then put into arms manufacturing.
That's insider trading or something.
We never said we were a fair ministry. Winston, greed is good, but war has better profit margins in the long term, and I've got lots of time.
One day, a PM who's not afraid of you, or a good man, better than me.
Good men? What would they be without me?
A good man will one day follow you down here to this pit. And as you walk in, he will lock the door behind you and leave you to rot.
Now, that will never happen. Will it, Winston?